Okay, so now we want to find the sum of a geometric sequence, a finite geometric sequence. So there's so many terms, n terms, and we want to be able to add them up. So we know how that geometric sequence goes. So if we're adding them up, a sum, that's what the S is for, so many terms, n terms. We're starting with the first term, plus a sub 1 times r, that's the next term, plus a sub 1 r squared, plus, and then dot, 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 plus, and then the last term would be a sub 1 r to the n minus 1. That's how we find the nth term, right? So that's the general term right there. Okay, now keep that equation in mind, and then we're going to take that equation, we're going to multiply the whole thing by r, and you're going to get r s sub n equals a sub 1 r plus a sub 1 r squared plus, and then you'd have a sub r cubed, but we're not going to write that one, plus, and then I'm going to have a sub 1 r to the n minus 1, oops, plus a sub 1 r to the nth. Okay, so you kind of have to picture here a sub 1 r to the n minus 2. Okay, that would be the previous term, not quite so many r's. One less r. Okay, but then you multiply them all by r, so it gets you that. Okay, so hopefully that wasn't too confusing. Now if I rewrite these, s sub n equals a sub 1 plus a sub 1 r plus a sub 1 r squared plus dot, dot, dot. And then I'm going to put in plus a sub 1 r to the n minus 1. Okay, now look at that green one. I don't know if it looks green to you, but hopefully. I'm going to have r, well now it's blue, r s sub times s sub n equals, now I'm going to scoot them all down a little bit so they line up. So I have a sub 1 r here plus a sub 1 r squared plus, then I'm going to have plus a sub 1 r to the n minus 1 plus a sub 1 r to the nth. Well, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract the two equations. So I have s sub n minus r s sub n equals a sub 1. Okay, so that's the a sub 1. Those are canceling because you're subtracting, canceling, canceling, and then what's left? This last one, a sub 1 r to the nth. Okay? Now, we want to solve for s sub n. We're trying to find a formula for s sub n. So factor out the s sub n on the left. You have 1 minus r. In the, on the right-hand side, factor out a sub 1 times 1 plus r to the nth. Oh, it should be minus. Dang it. We were subtracting. Sorry about that. It should have been minus because you're subtracting these. I should have written a subtraction sign there. Minus minus there. Now I got my rn there. All right, r to the nth. Okay, we're almost there. So we just want to solve for s sub n, divide both sides by 1 minus r. And you can put it in parentheses. They don't usually, but you can. So now you have a formula. S sub n equals a sub 1 times 1 minus r to the nth over 1 minus r. That's the formula. You know, whoops, I just chopped it right through. Well, I'm going to recopy it here in a second. You don't have to be able to find the formula. I'm just showing you where it comes from. And so I'm going to write it, we're going to use it here in problem example number 4 here. S sub n equals a sub 1 times 1 minus r to the nth over 1 minus r. And of all the formulas, there's quite a few formulas, so start a good note page so you'll have all your formulas for the sequences and series. This is the one I have the most trouble remembering. Usually I remember the other ones pretty good, but this one, I always forget this one. Okay, so let's do example 4. Now we have the formula. Find the sum of the first 18 terms. What does that mean? It means n is 18. Of the geometric sequence, okay, 2, -8, 32, -128. We don't know what r is, but they give us enough terms that we can figure out what r is. We know a sub 1 is 2. And then how are you going to figure out r? Take any two terms and find the ratio. So I take the smallest ones. What's r is going to equal -8/2. Now you have to put the term further along and then on the top and then the previous term underneath. So r in this case is -4. All right, now we have enough information to find the sum. So the sum of 18 terms for this geometric sequence is 2, that's a sub 1, times 1 minus r, which is -4. You're going to have to be careful with your parentheses here, to the nth, which was n was 18. You might even want to make that like a square bracket. It might be easier for you to see. Divided by 1 minus -4. Now I probably would do a little bit of cleanup here. So I would probably go 2 times 1. Do I really want to write that out? I don't know that I do. So I'll just leave it. Okay, I'm going to put that all in the calculator. Divided by, now 1 minus -4, that's going to be 5. Okay, to do this, I'm going to have to put this all in a bracket or a parenthesis. Your calculator may just use parentheses. So parenthesis. You have to get that whole numerator to be divided by 5. Okay, so I'm going to go parenthesis 2, parenthesis 1 minus, and then I'm going to go parenthesis, -4, parenthesis, to the power of 18, parenthesis, and then another parenthesis to close off the numerator, divided by 5. And I'm getting -2.74. Oh, this is like huge. It's giving it to me to the 10th power. So, oh my gosh. This is going to be -2, and then I'm going to have 7, 4, 8, that's 3, 7, 7, 9, 0, 6, 9. I think that's what I get. Okay, so I'm off a decimal place, but here's what my calculator is showing. I should have written this out for you. It shows -2.748779.069, and then in teeny tiny print on my calculator it says times 10 to the 10th power. So I've got to go 10 places. I thought I went 10, but I only went 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm going to need another 0. -27.487779.0690, and then I'm going to go put the commas in. You start from the right hand side and count 3. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for the sum. Okay, well, it's a pretty small number. Okay, so I checked it in the book, but mine's not as accurate as the textbook. They have a 4 right here, but my calculator just doesn't go that many places. I have a pretty cheap calculator, but it's close enough. Okay, so it was close. Should be a 4 there though. All right, better calculator would it have more digits to it.